Welcome back, everyone, to Concordia versus ETS Game 2. I'm joined by ZZ Legendary.
Oh boy, the hype.
Oh boy. So you were playing support for Concordia in the City Heroes tournament. How do you feel about winning that, friend?
Oh, a great tournament, great teams playing against us. We didn't lose a game, but we almost did, so challenging times.
Wait, you almost lost a game?
There was one that went to like 40 minutes or
Oh
something.
yeah, I remember the semifinals.
If that's almost losing, there was one of them that went to 40 minutes.
Almost losing 40 minutes. So again, we're gonna see the double AD carry ban and the Elise and Nautilus.
The classic leave Anivia up, or are they going to ban it this time? There we go. Completely restricting Velox's champion pool.
So now we wait for the Malzahar.
Yes, the Malzahar has a lot of pressure on the AD carries these days.
Yeah, it's not like that QSS item does anything. Well, Rapid X doesn't buy it anyways.
Yeah, apparently he bought it last game, so he's probably gonna be invincible this game if he gets it against Malzahar.
I think he looked at Sejuani's like Sejuani alt is kind of annoying. He's like, oh, maybe I should buy it now.
Rammus taunt can one-shot him, maybe he should buy it.
Or maybe he just buys it when he doesn't play with you.
Maybe that's it. Oh, there's the Ezreal and the Poppy yet again. So same picks, and now that Gragas is in ban, he's of course picked. Soraka is still up. I'd like to see Soraka picked right here. Into Ezreal, it counters Ezreal pretty well. She matches his poke with the Zeal, or you can go Thresh, that works too.
The legendary Silent Reaper Thresh.
Oh, if he lands his hooks like he was landing his bindings, they should be fine.
Yeah,
And Thresh is a bit more durable, so if you feel like playing frontline support, this time you can maybe live.
that was actually something that was really good of Reaper. He landed a bunch of bindings that were pretty important to winning that game.
I really hope the Darius pick doesn't go through though, or the Mundo pick. I'm not a big fan of picking those top laners early on when you didn't see the rest of the draft.
Are you telling me you don't want to see Inganx's Darius?
Against an Ezreal, I don't think it's the most effective.
He's gonna
Malphite,
flash
though.
Q.
Malphite works.
Alright, we're gonna see the boring Malphite. Hopefully, devour Malphite.
Yes, Devour top Malphite with Smite.
Yeah,
I'd love to see that.
just gonna walk in and take the Gromp every 3 minutes. He'll get fully sated by like 50 minutes into the game.
Run Strength of the Ages on top of that.
Forever tanky.
Yep, super tank. But yeah, Malphite definitely does well against Poppy. I mean, it's kind of a 50-50 matchup. They don't really kill each other, but it's really easy for Malphite to just get his tank items and abuse the armor buff that he gets. And he knows that he's against Poppy Ezreal already, and that most of the DPS is going to be physical. That Sejuani doesn't do anything, so he won't have to worry about magical damage.
I feel like I'd like to see them pick up another jungler besides Sejuani, because just playing Sejuani all the time restricts what
They definitely
compositions
need
they make.
something with actual early pressure that
Like-
isn't just a dash that madly stuns you and then you can just run away from.
Like even a Jarvan or Kindred or something like that would really work well for them. Just have some early damage.
The thing is, yeah, her CC is lacking and her damage is lacking. So even if you pick something completely CC-less like Nidalee, at least you have some sort of burst damage to go fish for kills. But with no damage and low CC, it doesn't really do much nowadays to pick Sejuani. She does have a pretty decent clear. Last game we saw he was able to clear his old jungle without even getting a leash, so at least there's that. But
Yeah.
it's very low pressure, and even if she has a good clear, like she can't outperform farm junglers, and she can't outperform gank junglers either. So it's kind of a in-between jack of all trades, master of none that you don't really like seeing picked right now. Most of the strong junglers are like suited towards one very strong aspect, and they just dominate that aspect. But Sejuani is more of a all-rounder.
Yeah, and if you want to go to that kill short, there's still Nidalee up too. But we're actually gonna see Braum and Kog'Maw picked from Concordia.
Yeah, this time even protecting the Kog'Maw even more. This time Ezreal won't even have any pressure on Kog'Maw, so it's even better actually. If Ezreal didn't end up arcane shifting next to walls and getting Poppy stun last game, he could have cleaned up a bunch of fights and the game would have been a whole different story. But most of the time Poppy was really on top of her charge. The moment Ezreal arcane shifted, he was out of position and Poppy would capitalize on that and stun him. But
Yeah.
this time, even if he gets good arcane shifts, Braum will be there to protect the Kog'Maw and soak up all the Ezreal damage.
Yeah, and Silent Reaper doing what he does best, tank all the skill shots.
Looks like it's plot twist Ezreal mid, and and the Vayne AD carry into the longest range AD carry. I'm not sure about that one, but we'll see how that does.
Oh boy, I feel like Vayne's gonna get deleted. Oh,
Vayne will be under a lot of pressure this game, and I'm really not sure about picking Vayne into like a Gragas Malphite comp, but if he's really confident in his Vayne, we might see something good here. I don't know about Ezreal running Ignite either. Really squishy against damage dealing tanks. We'll have to see how it pans out for them to run the double AD carry.
I'm looking forward to when there's a team fight and Vayne's like, "I'm here, guys," and then Malphite just ults, one shots her, Gragas ults her back, and then he eats a Karma Q and just disappears.
That's mostly what's gonna happen unless not Sejuani, but Morgana Black Shields her in time. If she doesn't get knocked up from the Malphite ulti, she can tumble away and be relatively safe. And then you have Ezreal that has pressure because he's not being focused.
Yep, so interesting comp coming up from both of these teams. We're gonna go to another quick break and we'll be back with game 2 of Concordia versus ETS, so stay tuned. So, welcome back everyone for Concordia Esports versus ETS in the Collegiate Star League Playoffs Game 2. And, interesting Ezreal mid with fervor of battle.
Yep. Looking to be just a straight up AD carry Ezreal in the mid lane. I mean, Velox likes playing those scaling laners with tier, so he's probably just gonna go for the standard blue build here.
I feel like Velux looks at all the champions like,
Oh,
who buys
Colaire's cleanse coming in handy, saving him his flash there.
the one time it would come in handy.
Oh, watch out for all those Morgana roams. At least he's safe from the Morgana ganks. Then ganks is gonna not ward the red. Okay, there we go. Wards the golems to make sure that he spots if the jungler starts top, and then their bot lane does the gromp.
But what is strange to me is with ETS always opting for lane swaps and stuff, as we've seen before, they haven't opted to a single one this series yet. And
especially this game where I feel like they have the weaker matchup for bot lane.
Yeah,
I don't see
exactly.
Morgana Vayne doing too well against a Kog'Maw that's protected by a Braum shield.
Exactly.
Maybe it wasn't working out for them too much, and they're trying to switch up their game and not go for lane swaps this time.
Oh
But
boy.
they're gonna run into Rapidex, which can easily stun the Morgana here and chunk her out of lane immediately. Force the flash as well.
Get him, Reaper.
Looks like all the summoners are gonna be coming out here, except Vayne heal hasn't come out yet. She might use it to save Morgana. There we go. 3 summoners for ETS blown. And all 4, okay, all 4 for both bot lanes blown, but ETS is way more chunked out than Concordia here.
Before Pussyfoot has a flash too, and then we have all the summoners blown.
It's all gone. What happened top lane though, by the way? There was what?
What happened? They just invaded, took red, and then ETS never even warded their red. So Gragas just stole it, and they had a ward on the golems.
They started at the red?
Yeah, they started at their red.
I see, 2 complete, like, 2v2s. Okay, and the 1v1 first blood mid
Alright,
going
interesting.
on. The Ezreal cheese working out against the Karma. Ezreal has some pretty sick burst level 3, and you can't really trade with him for too long, because he's gonna start stacking his fervor, start stacking his passive with spamming Qs, and then you're just completely overwhelmed by his burst of stats that come from absolutely nothing.
Just gonna go back real quick to see what happened there, but... Alright, never mind, whatever. We're not gonna see.
And then Sejuani's now going to be hovering around the bot side, though she's getting really chunked out by just a Gromp here, and she's going to have to go do blue. Well, already really low, so I don't know if she's even going to be healthy enough to gank the bot lane, because Vayne and Morgana have no summoners, and if she comes in, they can just kill Vayne or Morgana, or straight up turn on Sejuani. They have no pressure.
Yeah, I don't feel like Vayne is working out in this matchup.
Reaper with a good deny on the cannon minion there, blocking the Vayne auto attack with his shield, and cannon minion dying to normal minions.
Yeah, just denying Vayne even further.
Yeah, they're really min-maxing their advantage, trying to get the biggest gold lead they can here. Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You get a slight edge on Vayne, you really want to abuse it and make sure that she's irrelevant, because Vayne does take quite a while to become strong.
Try and recall here.
This is a very poorly timed recall. She should have been able to stay and soak up some of the XP, and now they can just push Morgana off the turret because she's alone. If they play this properly, they either kill Morgana or push her off the turret. Well, the Braum Q won't land, so they're just gonna be forced to let her take all that XP. But Vayne's still level 2, missing out on all the XP and the CS. She's only at 10 CS, the Karma's 26 right now. Big lead for Rapidex.
But Ezreal's slowly getting an advantage in the mid lane. Is almost 10 CS up.
Yeah, meanwhile, I mean, Kolar does have 4 CS to farm up right here though, so it's just really 5 CS. But he has that kill and he's gonna have that XP lead, so he's gonna be able to hit 6 and have some surprise burst. I mean, Kolar has no flash right now. The only thing he can do is try to shield and dodge the skill shots, but
Malphite
level 6
actually
Ezreal has a lot of kill pressure.
Yeah, Malphite is actually doing a bunch of damage to Poppy in top lane.
Yeah, she's gonna be able to just recover the wave though. Sejuani has top side and Gragas is bot side, so she's not under any danger of getting dove or anything. She can just recover that wave and farm it up in the back. And Malphite's not actually even ahead right now. He's missing quite a few CS, right? Missed both those. Oh, okay. Two of those 3 minions he missed. So he's only at 20 CS, and Poppy's gonna be able to pick up most of this wave and actually be ahead in gold.
I don't understand how Malphite turns pink when he presses his W. It's like, this is my final form. My Boomba Clap form.
Well, I mean, this is more of like a toy skin, so I guess that's the joke. This Mecha Malphite, they actually look like Lego toys.
So, Morgana misses the binding, Wanderer, Batman flashes over the wall and escapes for free. Oh, burns his flash, but...
Yeah, he was trying to get some information, maybe steal some gold off the jungler there. I mean, he's been ahead of Lucifer constantly both games right now, and he's doing his job well. Unfortunately, it cost him his flash this time, but most of the time he's actually able to get an advantage because he has a superior jungle path in. But Pucifer now knows that Gragas recalled, and he's gonna go take the Raptors. And just probably equalize it. Or not, he's gonna be pushed off by Colère, and yeah, he's gonna give 2 small Raptors and reset the big one, completely forfeiting his hopes of getting it. I mean, he even had Smite, he could have just sat there, picked it up, and left, but instead he was hesitant, and he lost all of it.
Oh, another duel in the top lane.
Wet noodle fight. Trading some damage and then healing up from their keystones.
Malphite's Boomba Clap.
Malphite is actually in danger of dying here if he stays too close though. Poppy can easily just flash ult him. Great position, knock him in a wall and kill him. It looks like she's just gonna force a recall out of Malphite. Probably won't even need to TP unless Poppy shoves it really hard. I mean, Gragas can just pick up that wave. They can save their TP since he's level 6. Hopefully he doesn't TP back to the tower there.
It's gonna be pretty quiet in this one until...
Oh, we have bot lane being aggressive right now. I mean, if Kog'Maw can manage to stun either of those targets, they're gonna be able to win the fight. Reaper does live with almost nothing, but they chunk out Vayne. That was actually probably favorable for Concordia because now Vayne is unable to trade and she's gonna barely be able to CS. Ezreal's going for the epic Ezreal gank though with about 15% of his mana. See what he can pick up there.
He wants to be like, that was the gank.
Oh well, there flashes in forward to try to pick up Reaper. It does pick up Reaper, but oh, he's actually gonna live through the Vayne heal. It cost them 3 summoners. Meanwhile, Pucifer dying his own jungle. They have almost no vision of their own jungle, and Concordia is just all over it.
Yeah, they have so many wards in the red team's jungle right now. They have one on red buff, one on Raptors, and one on blue buff, so...
They're definitely doing well. Found the weak link in ETS's vision control, and they're just abusing it.
I'm a big fan of the Ignite Arcane Shift gank.
Yeah, into flash auto attack, into run out, and that actually worked out though. So even if it cost them 3 summoners, they kill Braum and they relieve a lot of pressure off the Vayne's back, and she's able to pick up a few CS, few XP here and there. So she's able to survive and stay somewhat relevant in that lane.
Do you like going for the Muramana before the what's it called? Gene?
For mid lane, totally. It actually gives you quite a bit of pressure because most mid laners are not auto attack oriented, and you just out trade them with straight up auto attacks, hiding behind your minions. For the few times I play Ezreal mid on my Smurfs, Muramana has outperformed Sheen most of the times.
Reaper, gonna be a sneaky fat man.
They might actually be able to kill him there. I mean, he's been using his arcane shifts aggressively, and now he's stuck in the CC, and he's just gonna die.
There you go, easy gank.
Just abusing that Ezreal, no summoners. You know he's trying to trade aggressively. He has more mana. He's gonna try to get those arcane shifts in and auto attack you once he has his stacks of his passive. And once he does that, just capitalize on it. He can't do anything. Especially with Reaper landing his Q, he's just unable to move away from the Karma roots.
And we know that he has no flash from the legendary
flash. Colère going for the cheese on Pucifer yet again.
Oh boy.
And Pucifer's gonna be really sad about that one. He's just gonna probably just die again.
Oh.
There we go. Blue buff goes on to Colère now.
Slaps him with his belly.
It slept. Meanwhile, top Poppy's in danger now. They have a Malphite ult, they still have the Gragas ulti if they want. If Ganks can just try to bait some... Oh, okay, well, he got stunned the whole time, but if he was able to chunk her out a little bit, just right there, getting her a bit lower, now she's actually in range of dying to Gragas and Malphite ultis. There we go.
Uh,
Oh, that's a sad one. Getting flashed. Both his Q and his ult.
oh, here we go, bot lane, the fight. But no, all right, now. Rom just ults and then just gets condemned against the wall.
Well, it's not over. Vayne's trying to stutter step her way back in and ends up running out. But that was a bit of a lack of patience from Wanderer there. If he just left his Q there, it forces Poppy to flash it, because if she doesn't, she gets slowed and she's a much easier target for follow up. And once she flashes, then you can actually throw your ult.
Oh, here
But
we go, Morgana.
Synergy going in with the flash ulti. They have a TP coming behind this. If Rapidex can just live for a little bit, does a TP to match the Concordia TP, and Ganks is not going to be able to pick up anything. He's going to have to flash out of this one. Probably still die to Ezreal.
The patented gank suicide TP.
The patented. In getting ganked, we trust.
TP definitely crust. At least he didn't cancel it this time. Well, this is the,
No, that was a good use of TP, but they just got matched, and Ezreal was managed to actually roam quicker than their Karma, so they weren't able to match both the jungler and the mid presence.
You gonna steal this?
Went for it, almost got it, but ended up dying for it. That was a decent attempt. I mean, just giving up 1 kill for the first dragon is not that bad at all.
Yeah, it's still only 1k gold ahead.
That was just them once again. Concordia's bot lane seems to underestimate the aggressive potential of the ETS bot lane, and once again they get caught by the Sejuani gank and the TP matching the TP. It's just both games now they've just kind of gotten caught into trades that they think they're gonna win, but they're only allowed to trade that way because ETS lets them take that trade for Sejuani to walk in.
Yeah, Vayne quietly now is sitting on 3 kills, which with a 40 CS deficit is actually going to help her a lot.
Yeah, they were just unable to identify kind of a dead giveaway. If you're really managing the lane properly and you're on the aggressive the whole time, and then suddenly the losing lane starts trading back with you, you know that something's up because they're not in control of that lane at all. And when they start trading back, they're not stupid. Like they have something up their sleeve, and that was the Sejuani gank. And well, Rapidex probably wanted to take that trade because he thought he could get some kills there, but he ended up getting baited. And that turned out to be a 3-for-0 into Dragon into another kill. So ETS is going to get a decent lead there. I mean, they're behind in CS, they're just going to compensate for it with their kills, but objectively, they should be able to start picking up some towers there with their Vayne's first item.
Oh, here we go into Ezreal. Oh, Ezreal just gets deleted.
Yeah, once again, I mean, he had flash that time. He could have probably flashed over the red wall to safety to his Sejuani. Considering Colère, I mean, is not the most mobile champion, and Malphite had no flash, no ulti, so he might have been able to live that one, but didn't end up doing it.
My god, this trade. Slapping each other and getting Destiny Undying procs over and over.
Yeah, the classic wet noodle. I mean, do 200 damage, heal for 100, repeat 4 seconds later.
Here we go, in an engage, Braum with the Glacial Fissure, and dropped super low. Meanwhile, top lane.
Poppy's getting just rocked by all that CC, and she doesn't have her flash this time for the Gragas ulti. She's just gonna get up getting CC'd and die.
Yep. Meanwhile,
1-for-1 in the bot lane.
Yep. Reaper actually gonna pick up some CS, but gonna get ulted by Sejuani. Can you
overextending right there. Braum is not the champion that you need to CS with when you're at 200 HP. You should just have left that and went to spend his gold.
But he wants the sweet, sweet Skrilla.
The sweet 100 gold from those 5 minions.
I don't even think he got.
he got one with his Q.
Alright, 20 gold.
I mean that might be worth it, right?
He's gonna buy himself
they only
a
killed
house.
the support, right?
Yeah. Meanwhile, they're gonna pick up Rift Herald.
Yep, that's what you gotta do. You see their jungler bot, you just kill their top laner, nothing's stopping you from taking the Rift Herald. Certainly not an Ezreal that's gonna stop you from doing that. So they just pick it up for free, and hopefully they start grouping up and try to pressure. Kog'Maw has a Ginzo's already. I mean, Karma's somewhat strong, so hopefully they just start grouping up and trying to take some towers with that, because ETS's wave clear is really lacking.
Ezreal's tier stacking has been pretty good so far. He's at 520 out of 750 stacks at 15 minutes.
Yeah, he's gonna get some pretty big power spikes, and I really want to see them try to fight back for towers.
That was a weird trade, but
Yeah, Vayne really cannot trade against the Kog'Maw like that. She's gonna get destroyed.
Oh, they found
However,
Velux.
there's a TP coming in yet again from Malphite. He has his ult this time, and his TP is earlier. They should be able to. Okay, they're gonna just force the TP cancel instead of trying to go for the greedy play, which is good. I mean, your Malphite just sits on the other TP and he's forced to cancel it, so you get a free TP and you can even chase and try to go for a kill here.
The longest queue.
But that's perfect. Now they're using their Rift Herald, they're forcing their opponents away. Hopefully they rotate the mid lane here, try to take the mid lane tower. I mean, ETS is forced to back out, they have nothing, and they only have really 2 minions left in the bot lane.
Yeah, sweep through this jungle now, drop a bunch of wards, and get that mid lane turret, but they're actually going to try and shove
They're
it.
trying to go for the inner with only 2 minions. I mean, they have another wave coming in now, but this tower is closer to ETS's base, so they should be able to get there quicker and actually save that tower. Oh, nice reaction from Silent Reaper, blocking the Ezreal ulti. He's gonna take tower aggro though and probably die for it.
Oh,
Malphite going in, stopping the Vayne from doing anything and killing the Sejuani.
I feel that was a bit greedy.
Yeah, that was a bit greedy. They tried to go for the inner tower. I mean, it's more meaningful to get an inner tower, sure, but you can just get free jungle vision all over their blue side and just rotate to mid, clear that wave, and use your wave that's already built there to take the tower.
Cool, they're gonna kill Morgana now.
Probably not. But so while their play worked out, they got the tower, they traded some kills. It would have been a bigger advantage for them just to take mid and give nothing back to ETS at all.
Yeah.
And with Dragon coming up in, well, at that time it would have been a minute and a half away, but getting blue side jungle vision would have been very meaningful for the Dragon fight because they could have seen any potential engage from ETS come into them, and they would have been in a favorable position to take the second Dragon.
And right now ETS has 3 pink wards in the vicinity of Dragon and then Warden Tribush. So right now they have to go there and clear that all out, which is still dangerous because they don't know where the Sejuani is and where the Sejuani ult can come out from.
Yeah, that's the thing. Now they have 0 vision on the blue side jungle, they have 0 vision around Dragon, and it's just impossible for them to contest it. They're just gonna have to give it and then farm their blue buff instead and have Kog'Maw farm top.
Yeah,
I mean, it would have been a really hard fight to just try to go back and fight that Dragon with absolutely 0 vision.
Yeah, Kog'Maw meanwhile is going to try and get top lane turret.
No, he's trying to power up to his Runan's Hurricane as fast as possible.
Yeah, Kog'Maw's going to get top turret for sure right now. Probably going to try and move up there, but I think it's too little too late.
He's just trying to trade, but their sieging is disrupted by the Gragas ulti. Now Braum trying to stop them from poking and gaining some control back on the mid lane, which is pretty well played. Now what I want to see is once they get their power spike items on Kog'Maw and probably on Gragas, they really should be grouping up and trying to siege. They have much better poke, as the only poke coming out of ETS is Ezreal Qs really, whereas they have Karma AoE Qs, Gragas barrels, Kog'Maw can poke from afar, and ETS has 0 wave clear other than Ezreal ulti. I really want to see them group and abuse their comp advantage to try to take some outer towers here, maybe even some inner towers.
Yeah, I feel like the next step is really to get that mid lane turret down and open up the map.
Yep, get Kog'Maw his Hurricane, well, Gragas has his power spike items right now actually. And there, as we see right there, they have so much more poke, ETS cannot retaliate, they have nothing to throw.
That's a lot of damage from the empowered Q.
Yep, Karma has some pretty sick burst. Alright, Braum ulti is gonna force Sejuani to get the hell out of there, and even if it doesn't connect, it completely nullifies any attempt to save that tower.
Yep, so good zoning ult by Reaper. They managed to get this turret, and top lane gets a bit more farm. He's 30 CS behind in this matchup because of that fight bot lane, but he's still hanging in there.
Yeah, we're gonna see the Poppy Zezrot portal try to apply some pressure, and honestly, if they can manage to get mid, if Concordia can manage to get mid to shove out, they can just go to the lane where Poppy sets up her Zezrot to kill it, and maybe even pressure that lane and trade it for a mid outer. Unless mid outer falls right here, which may as well happen. There you go, we got Gragas coming in with a flank. He might be able to get a barrel. Malphite's trying to get an ultimate there. If he gets 2 people, Black Shield can't save both of them.
Ooh. Not gonna get anyone, nobody in range.
But they're gonna shove them out, and they have a wave to work with right now. And they have Kog'Maw's Ruin's Hurricane. They can easily try to siege that tower and poke the champions out.
You have to get a good positioning on. This tower can melt.
Alright. Sejuani ultimate's gonna hit, but Reaper is gonna soak the binding, so they have no follow-up CC coming from that. Vayne is chunked out. Malphite's gonna die for it. Forced a flash out of it and the ignite. Malphite can just get out of there, force Vayne summoners. Vayne's out of the fight, and they can just siege with their next wave, and there's nothing they can ETS can actually do.
That was interesting. We saw a lot of people just try and engage. And then
Poppy's getting overextended right now. She's gonna manage to jump to Malphite, but there's nothing they can do. And they're just getting blown up by all the AoE and range poke that Concordia has to bring to the table.
Yeah, Kog'Maw hit 8 stacks midway through that fight, and you just saw as soon as he got his stacks, everyone melted.
Completely destroyed everyone. It's the power of a Kog'Maw that's under no pressure.
Oh.
Once again, just melting them from so far away, and Ezreal gets caught channeling his ulti. Unable to do anything, they can just straight up take the inhib there. The death timers are long. Poppy's not up for 10 seconds, Ezreal's gone. Vayne is chunked out to half. That's a free inhibitor for Concordia at 21 minutes.
Rapidex is gonna take all the pull damage. Sejuani coming around the backside. Braum lands the ultimate onto Poppy. Poppy goes in with the heroic charge, but nothing much happening. They're gonna get this inhib down, but how many people are gonna lose in response?
I mean, they're kiting back, and they have Sound Reapers soaking a bunch of damage. Rapidex gets caught by the CC,
alive,
but it's not enough damage. He's still alive, and he can just retaliate. Once you use your CC on the Kog'Maw, if you don't kill him, he's just gonna sit there and destroy you.
Vayne barely lived after the explosive cast, just living with around 30 HP or so.
Alright, I'd like to see Concordia get the hell out of there, though. Once again, Gang's probably overextending. Might get caught by the Poppy, or not.
But the movement speed from the ZZ Rot just made him
Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like this bait at all. If Rapidex gets queued there and dies, their team is gonna crumble.
Don't like baiting with 30 HP
They should really be trying to get out of there. I mean, Ezreal has a lot of... Okay, Ezreal's dead. Never mind. Ezreal usually tends to have a lot of pressure with his mobility and ability to dodge everything. One thing that might be hurting Velox is sacrificing 10% CDR on Lucidity boots for a bit of flat move speed by going Boots of Swiftness, which I'm not sure if I agree with that decision. I mean, he gets far less arcane shifts, far less ultis, far less everything.
Oh boy, Polaire.
Polaire going in for some controlled poke, but not so controlled in the end, and ends up getting caught by the Sejuani ulti and dying for it.
Yeah, I actually thought Sejuani would have ulted him a bit sooner, but gave him that literal glimmer of hope, like, oh, I'm not gonna ult you, and then ults it up with a more binding.
So the big problem here for Concordia is, yet again, they make their play, they get an advantage out of it, but they mismanage their advantage, overstay, get greedy, and then they end up dying for it and give up complete vision control around Dragon. Dragon's gonna respawn and TS gonna pick up another free dragon.
Yeah, all they really had to do there, instead of getting greedy for kills, was go clear out the blue side jungle. Once again.
At this point, ETS can just plant Sejuani on Drag, pick it up for free, and send the rest of their team to Baron to just stop the attempt, but it seems like the team is pretty far. They have to get Ezreal there as fast as possible. Vayne's going for Dragon, which I completely disagree with.
Poppy's gonna try and stop this, but what can Poppy do?
She can knock the jungler back to the base, but in the end it's Braum that gets knocked away, and then she gets stuck in the pit, and she's just gonna die for it.
Braum blocking the Q just for good measure.
Yeah, Ezreal has not been able to get any meaningful damage out for any of these team fights.
Okay.
Reaper's safe. He has a Malphite behind him. He should be able to protect Reaper, but Malphite still has ultimate as well. He might be able to find an engage here on Ezreal or Vayne. They're both clumped up right now.
Stunned.
He can still try to run around and look for a flank ultimate, and Gragas can follow up on that. Okay, well they're just gonna go for the tower instead, which also works. And keep Malphite as a zoning tool. The moment you try to get in Malphite's range, you know you're in danger. Alright, melee range, Sejuani only hits Reaper though, and then Concordia is going to reply with
Vayne.
Yep, they're much more meaningful ultimates.
I feel like that's not what we want to do with Sejuani ult.
Yeah, charging into a Braum, you just know he's going to put his shield up. Vlog's trying to go for some auto attacks, but he's getting destroyed by Kog'Maw. Meanwhile, the Concordia's tanks are just taking the tower aggro and not dying, so Rapid X and Karma are free to take the tower and poke as they wish.
Poppy gonna go down finally with the Gragas barrel. Gragas jacking all the kills this game.
Ezreal, once again, the moment he gets in, he gets hit by a Karma Q, and then Rapid X just autos him twice, and then he's out of the fight.
Yeah, and Kog'Maw's been actually good at keeping all his stacks up.
This time Vayne's up, but they have no towers, and a bunch of minions are protecting Concordia. They won't be able to do anything. The Nexus is probably just gonna fall straight up here.
And they pick up Retribution kills. Try harding ganks out of the Nexus.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the ace.
Maybe. Malphite's still alive.
Malphite!
And the next trying to X-Spec it with the flash ends up dying to... Okay, there's the ace.
Alright.
They tried to poke a bit too much when they could have just walked up and hit the Nexus. No way, no way. There's no way. They're all there. So ETS barely hang on. I mean, they have a Malphite DP. He could go for some weird build switch with a Lich Bane and try to ninja the Nexus. I would actually love to see ganks try that. Sell his items, get a Lich Bane and a Large Rod, and TP and try to kill the Nexus. I would love it. That'd be the ultimate backdoor Malphite play.
Can ZZ Rot like help kill Nexus?
Does it? I thought it only hit towers. It might hit the Nexus though. I'm not sure about that one. I've never seen a ZZ Rot portal planted inside a base to hit the Nexus. It's not a situation that happens very often.
I just want to see in-gang CP into the base with his home guards, drop his ZZ Rot, and just like start autoing it.
The Nexus is only at 1700 HP. I think my Lich Bane idea would have gone better and better. But thankfully he doesn't actually go for it, because if it fails then he's stuck with no money and a useless build. So instead they're just gonna try to run down mid, get that inhib, and pressure probably with just 2 minion waves that have super minions, and then just run it down to the Nexus.
Will they get this inhibitor just for good measure? Meantime.
Yeah. They're just gonna get the inhib and run down the super minions. Oh, this is the first time. Okay, there we go. Big Malphite engage. Kog'Maw's gonna snipe the Ezreal down, and then they have pretty much no back line anymore, and Kog'Maw's just gonna destroy the tanks.
Rapid X on a triple
This might be
kill.
a penta. This might be a penta.
We see him get another penta kill. Oh
and
no.
ganks stealing the Quadra
Scumbag
and stealing the
gang.
penta thereafter, because Kog'Maw did get the Vayne kill.
Report in gangs for stealing pentas.
His second kill on Malphite was the penta stealer.
So
that's gonna be a good game. Well ran by Concordia. Some greediness on their plays, but in the end they managed to pick up the victory.
Yep, so Concordia will move on to the round of 32 in the Collegiate Star League. I'm not sure who we play next week, but yeah, it's going to be a good game, and good job ETS putting up a pretty good fight in the first game, and then not as much in the second game, but they still tried to hang in there.
Yeah, I like the originality, going with the Ezreal mid, going with the Vayne. I mean, they tried to throw a wrench in Concordia's wheels, it just didn't work out their way.
Yep, so that's going to be it from us here. So thank you guys all for watching, and look forward to post about next week's game. So have a good night.
Goodbye.